Hey, Angela. Oof. Oh, thank you. I was really kind of nervous, and I wasn't anticipating like Carl saying that he watched my channel. I'm like, no, but it was fun. I actually had to step out because my high school class had a happy hour last night in preparation for like our reunion that's coming up. So I was there, and I had to take the call from the car. But you know, you do what you gotta do, I guess. I've been struggling with like trying to show up in various spaces. It feels so difficult, but I'm also doing it, so I gotta give myself credit for that. I had a good time. Um, and I'm really glad I did it because after I got off, they wound up like once I got home, they were still like in the back room talking with with Ben. So I jumped back in and it was like a private conversation. And some interactions that happened in that really helped. You showed up last night. Aw, thank you. Um, it really helped put some things in the perspective that I had already been feeling, like this whole Jackie crap that's happening on my channel, um, because there's this there was this conversation that was taking place, and I'm not gonna go into the details of it, but like Team Donna versus Team Chippy, and I feel like one of the other girls was kind of rude to me in the private conversation while I was trying to like explain, like she was saying her points, and I'm like, well, you know, I think that you should not drill down the point that you put out there of like you're just Team Donna without providing additional context or like speaking to the fact of like one of the things is like she feels like she's going to bat for like Donna and how she could have felt in reference to being betrayed and at that young age that being a canon event or whatever with LC, and I'm like, that's very valid, but just saying your Team Donna, it turns it into a very like trite tit for tat conversation when there's so much more to your explanation. And she kind of like cut me off, and I felt like she was rude. Um, and in that moment, I realized like this is the issue that I'm having also with the whole like Team Jackie conversation. I do not do well in low vibrational conversations. I don't do well with low vibrational conversations. I don't do well with low vibrational ass points. I don't like. I am just completely uninterested, so much so that it's aggravating to me. And it really took that girl responding the way that she did for me to fully be like, okay, I received the rudeness. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna be rude back. I'm not gonna put EJ in no kind of position um, because I'm, you know, grateful to be on her channel, and this is clearly a girl that she collabs with a lot. I will never do it again in reference to with this girl. But I had to ask myself, like, what's the issue here? How do you feel? And at its core, it's like, we're like having a conversation one-on-one. It's not publicized. We're like all sitting in like this big group chat. And she's like, yeah, because nobody wants to actually listen to the points, the very valid points that are on Donna's side. And I'm like, well, girl, I'm listening right now. And I was like inquiring, and I agree with like a lot of the things that you're saying. But you are so stuck on your particular point that you have yet to even receive that I said, yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, I get that. You're so like just drilled into like everybody's against Donna, everybody hates Donna, and you're just spewing your rhetoric without actually being active in the conversation. And that is the issue for me. Like, I don't have an issue with, you know, people having a different opinion in me, but I have an issue with with disrespect and having a difference of opinion. And disrespect comes in various forms. It could be disrespect of like you saying something directly rude to me or something directly disrespectful, or it could be just your lack of intention, lack of effort, and being low vibrational and being like obtuse and being very like trying to miss the point. That feels disrespectful to me too. So I'm so glad everything played out how it played out, and I was a part of it. I'm glad I went back at the end, and this is like midnight or whatever, and they were still like in the back end talking, because that helped me to really like figure out this is what my issue is. And now I know I don't have to avoid talking about certain things, but the moment I feel like the conversation is going to a low vibrational place, or I feel like the person is a low functioning or low vibrational person, I immediately disengage. So I don't have to disengage in talking about whatever I want to talk about. I disengage with the people who are not capable of having the conversation that I want to have. And that felt like empowering. Because low key, I feel like I was really getting annoyed too. Um, well, I do tend to get annoyed or irritable when I can't find a solution to things and I can't figure things out. Like, in knowing myself and like really, you know, doing the work, that is a thing for me. And this is how I manage that. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But I'm glad that you enjoyed EJ's live. Thank you. Right now I'm supposed to be recording some voiceovers, but I'm like proactively procrastinating by working on some automation projects because I feel unmotivated to record, but I want to do something. Sometimes you start watching folks because of their attitudes. Yeah. It's interesting because the girl that I mentioned um, on the live yesterday came back with another comment, and she said, Erica, let me say this with all due respect. I feel your assessment of Jackie is too personal, as if maybe you was in a similar situation at the time. I don't believe Jackie is pretty privileged. She can't help how she look. Her personality is different from Lisa. She is more outgoing and it may be captivating. But for you to attack that girl like you've been doing, it's not necessarily a good look. And if you want to be honest, Jackie has done a lot to help Will more than Lisa, honestly. Lisa and Will lean on each other emotionally the same way he leaned on Jackie. When Lisa wasn't messing with Will, he was all up Jackie's ass. Will straddled the fence with both of them, and you just expected for Jackie to go away. When Will keeps bringing her to the fold. If you want to speak on pretty privilege, Lisa uses her family privilege to stay in Will's face, continue to make her presence known as well. And you have all of this praise for Lisa. Let's be real here. Lisa went from cousin to cousin. No way in real life Lisa would have gotten chosen after fucking on someone's cousin. We would have been, she would have been a smashing page. So you need to stop painting Lisa as if she's this type of girl when she's really not. This part, this past episode just proves she's messy as well. Jackie helped Will with his business because her personality aligns with what he's trying to accomplish. She didn't have to do that. So I think you're leaning too much into how she looked and think she's using her looks to get somewhere, and that's not the case. That's somebody who made a profile and is scamming. That's a scammer. See how I was just able to block them? If that was actually YouTube, I wouldn't be able to block them. Same thing with this ex person. Um, but it's like comments like this, and I'm glad I sat on it because this is how this girl looks. This is how she looks. So of course you're going to bat for a girl who benefits off pretty privilege and saying that she don't have pretty privilege, but then saying that I'm wrong and I'm my assessment of Jackie is too personal. It's like, do y'all not know that this is my channel? I say whatever the hell I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it. So like, let's start there. Let's hide this user. Okay. Um. Um. But it's like you probably benefit from a certain level of pretty privilege and you lean into it, and you saying that Jackie doesn't have it does not make it true, honey. And it's so interesting that people who are saying that she doesn't have pretty privilege or she's not using pretty privilege uh also are not even speaking to how she actually is showing up in the show. Doc quite literally is using her aesthetics to captivate basketball players and get them to join the team or to tempt them or get them interested or whatever the case might be. Like, so it's hilarious, and like this little backhanded like uh you're attacking this girl like you've been doing isn't necessarily a good look. If you see me differently because I am calling a thing with Jackie, then you never looked at me well anyway. And surprise, surprise. Like, but again, this to me is a very low vibrational comment. And I'm like realizing that I have to like start to tear everything out and like rank my interactions, rank my communications, and like I try to respond to pretty much everybody. It kind of goes members and then it goes subscribers. So like this tells me that she's actually subscribed to the channel. So like when I see that, I usually like prioritize, people who have that. But even within that now, as I grow, there's still going to be very low functioning, low vibrational people who are completely missing the point or fighting battles within themselves, and I need to disassociate from it. If I address this, it needs to be something that I can use to turn into content to strengthen my point. But um, feeling baited and then feeling pushed to defend myself and my feelings is just something that is not going to work for me. So I don't actually have to do it. And honestly, doing EJ's live last night and then having that interaction with the fellow panelists is like, it just put everything into so much perspective for me. I need to record some Power Book 2 content this weekend. The child, when I tell y'all, as much as I'm sure you want to have live streams and bring more viewership, these shows will make me not even want to. Thank you for sending me the content for the shows we love or used to love. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you just get used to it. Unfortunately, it's a part of it. Unfortunately. And I'm very much so committed to like actualizing my goals, like achieving certain goals. So I just gotta push through this time. And in the process of pushing through, I'm just gonna do my best to figure out, you know, what I need, how to show up for myself, reflect on my decisions, make adjustments to be my best self. I'm just gonna do what the hell I can, you know? Is it out of a suitcase, bro? So many of these moments though, y'all, I'm really taking it as the opportunities that it can be for me to learn myself better, deeper, you know? Asking myself why I feel the way that I do, why am I frustrated, why am I annoyed this moment, why do I, for example, the young lady who I felt like was rude, why do I feel like I would never do another thing with her again? And not to like ask that to invalidate myself, but asking those questions so that I fully understand my feelings and my desires. Bro, what the hell? This one, I needed this. My bonnet. I almost have to feel how I feel, but also doing what I can, responding accordingly. I'm looking for my cherry box. So I'll find it. Does everyone on the panels last night have channels? Yes. Yep. Everybody on that panel has channels. I will only speak on EJ though because I don't want it to be easy to call out and figure out the one person who I have a issue with, or not necessarily I have an issue with. I have an issue with them disrespecting me. The live stream was a finale for the family business. So since you watch eBay, where you get to read book 7? No, I'm not reading any of the books. I don't have time to. Rihanna, don't you announce another thing. Perfume. Girl, please. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I just seen that Zatima is coming back. I'm just trying to get a confirmation of that though. The team is supposed to come back on the 19th, and Sister's supposed to come back on November 27th. We'll see how that goes. We will see, we will see, we will see. I need to go get wax strips. I need to deposit this. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, y'all. That is what I've come up with. I'm really excited for a lived experience that continues to be a great teacher. I need to find some motivation to record these damn videos. I did watch a new episode of Reasonable Doubt, which is fucking a lot. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know where to begin with talking about what the hell is going on. But I appreciate y'all showing up for me again on another day. This is day 122, I believe. We still here. We still doing our very best. We still showing up. Yeah. I will see y'all tomorrow. This was a very quick one, but I will see you tomorrow. The girl is very tired. No problem. I will, yeah, check in with you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.